Hey everybody, how are you doing? We are live. Hello everybody, how are you doing? We are live. So let's see how many people are joining us and we will start our session very quickly. Yeah, so let's wait for 10 or 20 seconds. Let's see if people are joining and we'll start the session very quickly. So till then, if you can hear my voice clearly and if you can hear my voice clearly and you can see the screen, please type in the chat clear. Please type in the chat clear if you can hear my voice and you can see the screen. Yeah. Amazing. Let's start today's session, and I'm very excited to meet you all, guys. Thank you very much for joining today, and I'm very excited to share my learnings, my teachings with you, and I hope it will help you as these things have helped me in my life to grow as a person, as an individual, as a professional, as a family person, and today I'm gonna share with you what are the essential skills that I've learned through selling. This sales profession is the one of the noblest profession in this world. This session, these skills have helped me, at so many places into my life, be it professional, be it personal. And today I'm gonna share with you all of them in just one video, right? So first of all, welcome to all of you who are action takers, who are taking time being with me and who are ready to learn, who are hungry to learn something new. So what will you learn today? Let's discuss first what you learn today. So first of all, you will learn different dimensions of selling. So while speaking, while talking about different skills, I will be sharing different areas, different aspects of sales. What are the ups and downs you will face while selling, while doing sales, while doing anything, while doing all of the activities of selling. So what are the key, where you will get stuck, how to cope up with the challenges, and how will you deal with different situations. So you will learn the different dimensions of selling. Second thing you're going to learn today is sales activities that guarantee success. See, most of the sales people fail in sales because they do many things, either wrongly or not non-correctly, or they do things with non-effectiveness. So while sharing a couple of things today, I will be sharing with you what are the activities you can do, that will guarantee your success in sales. Third thing you're gonna learn is what are the skills you need to become a sales champion. So see, sales is not something that somebody would think, all right, I'll do sales and he can just start doing it. There are some skills. There are certain things that you need to learn. There are certain things that you need to follow if you really want to become successful in sales. And fourth thing you will learn is the life skill that I've learned being a sales professional, which helped me to grow as an individual, as a husband, and as a father. Right? So let's kick in, let's dive in, and let's start today's session. So before that, I'll take 2-3 minutes while about sharing with me who am I, and if you are watching this video for the first time, if you are listening to me for the first time, so let's understand who am I and with whom you are learning today, right? So who am I? I'm a sales professional. I've been into selling all my life. I'm selling since the age of 16, and I've sold goods worth rupees 6 to goods worth rupees 60 lakhs. So I've always into sales and marketing. I'm a mentor. I'm a trainer. I help people to become better in selling, and I help them to learn sales and 10x their sales results. I have 14 plus years of experience of sales, and I've already trained more than 100 people while mentoring and teaching, and I've helped them to become better at selling, and I've helped them to increase their sales by 2 times, three times, and sometimes 5 or 10 times. I I used to generate multi-crore rupee fresh business each year, and this is my USP. Wherever I work, wherever I do, I focus on new business. I focus on fresh business, and this is my USP. I used to generate multi-crore rupee business every year. I'm a husband. I'm a father, and now, all right. So this is about me. Let's dive in. What are the skills you need to become better at selling, and what are the skills sales will teach you, while being into selling, while being into the profession of sales. These are the skills that this selling will teach you, and these skills will not only help you in your profession, these skills will not help you in your sales profession, but these skills will help you to become as a better individual, a better person. These skills have helped me to become a better person, and to handle different situations in my life. So number one thing I've learned is face the situation. I still remember when I started selling, when it was my first or second job of sales. So I used to, hide away from situations. Let's say, sometime it happened that when we are delivering some product after selling, when customer asks us where is my consignment, and sometimes consignment gets delayed due to any reason. So what I used to do at that time was I used to go away. I used to, I do not pick up the call of the client. I do not respond to their email. I do not respond to their messages. I was trying to hide my face from the situation because I did not knew how to handle that different situation, because I've committed something. Let's say I've already committed to the client that your consignment will be delivered on a particular date, but for some reason it is getting delayed. So I was getting frustrated, I was getting nervous, I was getting frightened, and I was not able to handle that particular situation, how to do that. And so I try to hide my face from that situation. But you know what, this is not how you can deal with it. This is not how you can deal with the situation. If you really want to become successful in sales, you have to face the situation, no matter how worse it is, no matter how good it is. You have to face it. See what will happen. Let's say today you will hide your face. Let's say today you are not responding to your customers messages or calls or emails. What will happen? You will lower down your relationship with your client, right? And next time you will not be in a situation to ask for a business. So this is why it is very much important to understand that you have to face the situation, and it is only you who has to face it. Nobody is going to come for a rescue, right? And this particular skill, when I realized that it is me as a salesperson who has to face it, who has to see the situation, who has to handle it right away, I cannot hide out, right? This helped me in my personal life also, with my friends, with my colleagues, in my society, in my family. It helped me. When I learned this, it helped me. So this is why I'm saying, these are the essential life skills which sales has taught me. It's not about selling profession only, it's about overall development, it's about overall learning in life. So today I'm gonna share in total 20 skills that has helped me in my life, that I've learned being a sales professional. So this is number one, face the situation. Guys, please make notes. If you don't have pen and paper, please have pen and paper and write down all the skills I'm sharing with you today, right? Second thing I've learned in selling is take the 100% responsibility. See, all right. So I'll share my experience. What happened is, sometimes, let's say my consignment get delayed. I've already committed something to my client. Let's say, your consignment will be delivered on 15th of a particular month, and it is getting delayed. So initially, when I was starting my journey, I used to blame situations. I used to blame different things, right? That production guy did this thing, it is getting delayed due to this, due to that, due to my boss, due to my junior, due to my colleague. I used to blame different things. But you know what? This does not work. This does not work. You can use this trick, you can use this particular thing for a short term situation, but in long term, it is you who has to handle it, who has to take the responsibility on your own shoulder. See, at the end of the month, when you will be asked what are the numbers, how many sales you have made, how much business you have generated, how many new clients you have, tapped into, how many calls you have made. Most of the salespeople do this, and they used to blame situation. Sir, see, the market is down. See, this client was not responding. I went to him. He did not give me business. They used to blame situations to justify their failure, to justify their inactivity, to justify their, non-competence. And this is not how you grow in life. If you really want to become a sales superstar, see, I am proud to say this, that where I've worked so far, I've been one of the top performer in the organization. I've been one of the best result oriented person I've in the organization. And why? Because I've learned the skill of taking the 100% responsibility. Sales teach you this, right? This is an essential life skill. This will help you in selling as well as into your life. You have to take 100% responsibility of your actions, of your results, of the pros, of the cons, of the future events and the past events. It is you who has to take 100% responsibility. And the moment you learn this skill, you will realize that yes, it is me who has to take action, and believe me, your results gonna start change from that particular moment. Let's move to number 3. The number 3 skill I've learned being a sales professional is be proactive. Now, what do you mean by proactive? So there is a one word called active, right? Like you are doing things, you are not passive, you are not just learning things, you are not just observing, you are taking action. But proactive is a far behind, it is one step forward. It is going beyond activeness. Proactive means taking initiatives by yourself, taking actions by yourself, taking decisions by yourself. You are not waiting for the right time. You are not waiting for the right moment. You are not waiting for the right date, for the right day. You are proactive, you take fast decisions, and you take actions. You believe in take actions. This is what proactive means. So let's say, let's talk about sales. So when I was doing sales initially in my career, so I used to wait, let's say I've tapped into one customer, and I used to wait for the response. Let's see how they will respond. Let's see if they are responding to my mail. Let's see if they are responding to my call. See, sale does not happen that way. A salesperson has to be proactive. Your customer is not obliged to respond to you. Your customer is not obliged to revert on your mail. The customer is not obliged to pick up your call. It is you who has to become proactive. It is you who has to take decisions fast. It is you who has to take actions fast. When I learned this particular skill in selling, it helped me in my personal life also. It helped me in my family life also. Right? So this is very essential life skill that sales will learn. Sales will teach you. If you are into selling, or if you are planning to enter into sales, you have to learn this particular skill, that you have to become proactive. You have to take right actions when customer is not responding, when customer is not giving answers to your emails or phones. You have to be creative. You have to be proactive. You have to send him greeting cards. You have to send him mail. You have to wish him birthday. You have to send him a selfie video with his name, personalized video, right? You have to be proactive, and this is what it means. Now let's jump to the 4th skill that I've learned in sales. The 4th and important skill I've learned in selling is show up no matter what. Be persistent. See, showing up is a skill. See, people don't value the importance of showing up. Showing up is a skill, and if you show up, 50% of the job is done. For example, let's say you have decided that I'm gonna join gym from now onwards, and as as the study says, in the month of January, you see maximum number of people joining into gym, and by the end of November or December, or even in March or April, you will see only 10, 20, or 25% people are there. Why? Because they take decisions initially, but they are not persistent, they do not show up. The best way to be stiff on your decisions is just show up. If you have purchased gym membership in January only, just go to gym daily. Don't start the exercise, just go and show up. Once you show up, then your mind will start automatically learning how. All right, Himanshu, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do some of the exercise. This is what selling means. When you are into selling, when you are selling, you have to show up. Now, what do I mean by that? See, this is your job to do prospecting daily. This is your job to find new clients daily. This should be your number one task in a day, that you have to generate new clients, you have to find new clients, you have to give me a sec. Yeah, right. So this is your job to follow up with clients, right? And you have to show up. You cannot be lazy. You cannot wait for others to give you tasks. You cannot wait for your boss to ask you how many calls you are making today, how many follow-up you are making today, how many new emails you are sending today. This is not done, right? As a salesperson, this is what I've learned into selling. You have to show up no matter what. When you show up, let's say, I've decided some time for prospecting, for calling new people, for cold calling. When I've switch off my mobile, when I've decided everything, all right, man, this time, like for next 2 hours, I'm not going to anything new. I'm not gonna receive any call. I'm not gonna answer any email. I'm just going to make cold calling. I'm just going to do prospecting. When you do it, you gradually see that your habit of doing things, being persistent, start developing. And this skill will help you in your life. This skill will help you to grow as an individual as well. Now, let's talk about the fifth and very important skills that sales teach you. Now, if you are into selling, if you have done sales in your life anytime, you know that sales is a high pressure job. Why? Because every month you have targets to achieve. Every week you have certain targets to achieve, and you have targets for every day, you have targets for every year. You cannot run away, you cannot find a escape around it. It is a high pressure job, and we have to face it. Sales is a profession, sales is an area where you learn to work under pressure. Where I still remember when I started doing sales, I used to fear of pressure. And initially when I was passing out from my college, I knew that sales is a high pressure job, and I decided, man, I'm not gonna do sales. I will not do sales in my life, because this is not me, and I do not want to have targets for every month. So I worked for in production department for 1 or 1.5 years, and that was not a right decision, because this was not me. I could not handle that internal politics. I'm a guy who love meeting new people. I'm a guy who love new challenges. I'm a guy who want to explore the market. And this is why I again entered into selling. Sales teach you how to work under pressure. Your client will pressure you, your boss will pressure you, your peers will pressure you, and this is how you grow. See, iron does not have any shape. Iron is very raw, right? When it is beaten hot, then only it has good shapes, like knife or other good shapes. As a salesperson, as an individual, when you are beaten hot, when you have multiple pressures on you, you grow, right? You learn and grow, and this is the essential skill that sales teach you. So when you are into selling, when you are doing selling, you learn how to deal with pressure, how to see pressure is not going to go away anytime. This is what I can promise, right? Even I've been into selling for more than 14 years. I've never faced a situation where there is no pressure. Pressure will be there, but gradually you will learn how to handle the situation, how to handle the pressure, and how to work under pressure, extreme pressure even, right? You have pressure of targets, you have pressure of meeting client expectation, you have pressure of doing your sales activities, you have pressure of making money, you have pressure of securing your commission at the end of the month, you have pressure of taking care of family, you have pressure of handling your teammates, and you have pressure of handling your team. As a salesperson, you learn how to deal with all these different situations, and this is how you grow, and this is how I have grown into my life. Sixth thing that I've learned into selling is how to handle the rejections. See, believe me, there are a lot of rejections. Being see, you learn the top sales professional in the world, be it Grant Cardone, be it Dan Lok, be anybody, Gravy, be Zig Ziglar, you name anybody, they all have rejections. They all see, nobody can close everybody. You cannot close 100% of clients. Everybody has rejections. So when I was starting my journey, it was very embarrassing situation for me, man. I'm doing very hard work, I'm reaching out to client, I'm talking nicely, everything is good, I'm giving them respect. Why people are not buying from me? Why people are not giving me why people are not telling me the right thing? Why they are not taking action? Why they have not bought from me? Why they have decided to go with somebody else? This is what is rejection. When people are not responding you, when people are saying upfront, man, I'm not going to buy from you, when people are not send no reverting on your email, when people are not picking up your call, these are all form of rejections. You know what? Now this is something magical, which is I'm just sharing with you. In sales, you have to understand this: rejection is not personal. Rejection is not personal. They are not rejecting you. When I learned this, wow, my eyes went wide. I was like, oh wow, what is it? Rejection is not personal. They are not rejecting me. Wow. Then what are they rejecting? They are rejecting the offer. They are rejecting the price. They are rejecting the product. They are rejecting the company, the brand. They are rejecting the after sale service. They are rejecting the time to buy. They are not rejecting you. But listen, what most of these salespeople quit when when they receive rejections from 5, 10, or 15 clients. This is not done. If you really want to become successful in life, you have to face rejection. Let's say once you will start your business, when you will start an entrepreneurship journey, you will face so many rejections. Now see these Bollywood stars, how many auditions they might have gave before getting the first hit. Everybody get rejections. All the successful people you see, they all have faced rejections. And this is the essential skill that you really want to learn from selling. And when I learned this, it helped me in my personal life also, right? So these are just 6. All right, guys, just tell me, are you getting some value so far? Is it useful? Please type in the chat, love it. Please type in the chat if you are loving it, what I am sharing with you. These are just 6 skills which I've shared with you so far. I'm gonna teach you 14 more. So there are 20 skills that I've learned in sales that have helped me to grow, that will help you to grow in your life also. So please type in the chat, love it, or please type in the chat, useful, if you really find it useful what I've shared with you so far. So I hope you will use this skill. I hope you will use this information into your life, and it will help you to grow in your business and your life also, right? All right. 7th, never give up. This is again a very good attitude that you want to learn if you really want to get into sales, or if you are already into selling. See, you cannot give up, man. You cannot give up. If you really want to keep it going, you cannot give up. You have to keep it going. You will face rejections, your boss will shout on you, your client will shout on you, your client will, shut the, door on your face, your client will hang up on your face, you will face so many, worse things in life, but you cannot give up. This is life, this is sales, and this is fun. See, these are not situations where you feel bad. These are not situations where you feel down. These are not situations when you decide to give up or when you decide to quit. These are the situations when you learn, when you see, all right, what is the mistake I was doing? How could I have done it better? Why this client is not responding? Is my messaging wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Am I not connecting with him? Am I not saying something which is of concern for him? When you start learning, when you start realizing, then you correct yourself. And this is an art of never giving up, right? This is how you do not give up. This is how you keep it going. This is how you learn, and this is how you go with them, right? So this is very essential skill. Never give up. Use it and implement it into your life. No excuse attitude, right? See, this is gold. This is gold. You cannot give excuse. This is, very similar to the skill number 2. Take 100% responsibility. You cannot blame others. You cannot, put things on other shoulder. You cannot give excuse. It is you who has to get it done, who has to get the job done, who has to get the business by end of the day, who has to bring money into the company. See, in the company, you see all of the departments, be accounting, be legal, be reception, be, administration, be HR. Every department is an expense. For organization, every department is an expense. You are the only department. As a salesperson, it is you. Only you are the department who brings some money. Every department, is there to take out money from the company. Thank you, Aditya, for your comment. You said useful. Thank you, Aditya. So every department is there to take out money from the company, but it is only you I'm sorry, who will bring money in the company. You cannot give excuse. See, now understand this. You can do only one thing. Only one thing. Either excuse or sale. Only one thing. You cannot do both. Right? So when I learned this, I really, was very grateful for this sales profession, because this sales profession has taught me so many good things into my life. And when you take 100% responsibility, your aura goes up, your self-image goes up, and you yourself become a different person. Now let's go to the skill number 9, problem solving approach. As human being, I was not a problem solving person. I used to see problems. Man, this is a very bad problem. Why God is doing this with me? Why I'm facing these challenges? Why this? Why that? I was that kind of person. But in sales, because see, as a salesperson, if I have to bring money, I have to solve a problem. So as a salesperson, as a sales professional, what are you doing? Your fundamental job is to solve your customer's problem. So doing this, once, twice, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, 100 times, this became my habit. Now my approach is just solving problem. All right, so let's say, I'm just talking to a client. So what do you do? All right, Himanshu, I do this. So how are you managing your let's say, for example, you are a finance guy. So when you're talking with your client, hello sir, how are you managing your taxes? Your client says, I do this, I do that, I do that. And you find out the problem and you tell them, sir, you can solve this problem by this. You can invest some money in some government bonds. You can invest some money in, stocks by this and that. So what are you doing? You're solving a problem. And by doing this repeatedly, multiple times, you have developed a new habit. That is a problem solving approach. Now understand this. If you have this approach in your life, you are a new person, right? You are a person who everybody want to deal with, who everybody want to work with. So as a salesperson, our job is to solve problem. When you solve others problem, others will like you, others want to talk with you, others want to work with you, others will love to pay you. And you have to do only one thing: just solve their problem. And next thing is very critical, right? Next thing is very critical. Now this is quite scary when I say this, to people, how to find the problem. This is a skill. This is a skill. As a salesperson, you want to learn this skill, how to find the problem. Now people say me, Himanshu, what are you saying? How can you say this, to find a problem? We are not here to find a problem. You have just said that we have to solve the problems. Man, yes, we have to solve the problem. But most of the time, let's say we were just talking about this finance thing, right? So when you are speaking with client, your client says, Himanshu, I have a problem with tax, and can you help me with saving some tax? All right, sir, I'll help you by saving tax, and you can do this is how you will solve this problem. But as a salesperson, I want to make more money, I want to sell my more services. So what I will do is I will ask the client, sir, how much return are you making on your investment? He will say, man, it is like 8%, 9%. So I would be like, how about making 12% a year? He will be like, great, if I can make 12%, I'll pay you 1% of that. Boom, I have a new problem. I found a new problem, and I've used the previous skill, the skill number 9, that is solving a problem, and I made my money, right? For example, you are selling shoes. So let's say you are in a shop, somebody came in, hey Himanshu, show me some shoe. So by talking with him, for 5-10 minutes, I realized that this person has to go to a marriage. This is why he's buying a shoe. So while selling shoe, I've realized that he has to buy a good suit for him. Now I will say to him, sir, would you like to buy a new suit? So I have found a new problem. I have created a new need, or I found a new area where I can help this client, and I can solve the problem and make some money, right? Did you got it? Please type in 10, number 10, if you got it. If you got this skill number 10, please type 10, 10. This is a very essential skill, how to find the problem. As a salesperson, we want to find new problems with the client and use the skill number 9 called problem solving approach. So when we mix this thing, when we mix 9 and 10, we make more money. This is called upselling. This is called cross selling in sales. People use all those fancy words, but these are two essential things that we really want to use, that we really want to implement in our sale. That is how to find the problem and problem solving approach. So if you understand this completely, please type in the chat 10, 10, that makes sense, that you have understood the skill number 10 completely and you are going to use it. Let's move forward to skill number 11, building relationship. Man, I was very bad at it. I was very bad at it. I had a very short temper, and I used to get angry very quickly, and I was not good at building relationship. But sales taught me how to build good relationship. I just tell you my recent story. So last month I went to Vipassana meditation. So this is a 10 days of course. So for entire 10 days I was into meditation. I did not have access to phone, email or internet. So I was not doing work. I was not able to do sales. After coming, I was hit with COVID. So for entire 15 days I was I was down. I was not able to work. I was under 102 fever, and I was very down. I did not have energy to work, to open my laptop. But on my amaze, I found that my business was constant through last month. Like, despite of the fact that I was not able to work for the entire month, I had regular business. I had quick business, and my company was getting regular business from my client. Though I was not handling directly, I have give responsibility to somebody to handle my clients during this time, but I was getting constant business. This is the power of relationship. Because I've built relationship with my clients, I was getting regular business. I was getting constant business from my previous clients, from the clients with whom I've been working for quite some time now. So this is the power of building relationship in sales. See, for a salesperson, we do not have any assets. Our assets are our clients. So wherever we move, client knows us. Client do not know the company. Client do not know the brand. Client is not working with anybody. Client is working with you. Your customer knows you. If you will switch your job, if you will switch a industry, if you will switch a company, they will contact you. This is the power of building relationship. And when you learn to build relationship, it helps you in your personal life also. It will help you to grow as an individual also. It will help you to grow as a father, as a mother, as a daughter, as a kid, as a husband, whoever you are. But you have to learn this skill. If you are into selling, if you are doing sales, this is the skill which sales will teach you, and you have to learn if you are into sales. Next skill that you understand or that you learn in sales is understanding people's behavior. See, as a salesperson, you meet new people on daily basis. Like if you say, like, on an average in a month, I meet around, I speak with around hundreds of new people every month. This is a part of my job. And when you speak with so many people, you hear them, you listen to them, you talk with them, you talk about their problem, you talk about their desires, you talk about their pain. You got to understand what is something people want, what is something people need, what is something, what are the common problems people are facing, what are the common challenges people are facing, what are the common desires people have. So this selling profession teaches you how to understand people's behavior. When you speak with thousands of people over a period of time, you got to learn, all right, these are the things we, people get offended with. These are the things people love. If I will talk this language, people will love it. If I will talk this language, people will get offended. If I will talk about these topics, people want to hear about more, right? So when you speak with more and more people, you got to understand more and more people, and this is how you get deeper understanding of people's behavior. And if you go to any organization, you see, if you observe the top people, the top CEOs, the top MDs, the top CFOs, the top, all the top leaders in the industry, they are not good in particular skill. They do not have any finance skill. They do not have any common selling skill, marketing skill. No, all they have is people skill. If you observe all the top people in the industry, be it any industry, be finance industry, be internet marketing industry, when you read the top people, you will see all these people have good people skill. All these people know how to get things done from other people, and this is the number one skill that you really want to learn, while being into sales. And this skill I've learned into selling. I know what people want. I know why they are watching this video, why they are reading this post, what is something they want from it, and this skill you really want to learn from selling. Now let's jump on to the next thing called knowing others why. Now I was talking about this only, knowing others why. When we say why somebody will take action, why somebody will pay you, why somebody will move forward with you, why will somebody will not buy from your competitor but he will buy from you, why somebody will buy today. Let's say, if you see Home Shop 18 ads, they run their television ads mostly in the night, because they know the psychology of their client, because they know the understanding of their client, that my client used to watch TV in night only, and that time they will buy. And the way they create their offer, the way they say only 5 stock last, this is the last time you can order, the way they create the aura, this is how, because they know your why, because they know you. And when you are to selling, you know your customer, you have a better understanding of your client, you have a better understanding of your client, of your teammates, of your boss, what is their why, what is something they need, while they will take action, while they will perform certain thing, because what is something they want you to do. And this is skill number 13 that you will learn while doing sales. Skill number 14 that you will learn in selling is building rapport. Now, what is building rapport? Now, see, let's say you being a customer, you go to 3-4 shops, or let's say, you want to buy your insurance, you meet 3-4 agents. And while discussing with all other people, at the end of the day, you decide to go with somebody, one of the 4. And now just think and try to understand then what are the parameters you choose to decide, let's say among A, B and C and D, I want to go with B. Now what are the parameters you choose to decide? Because you see B as a credible person, or you see the offer B is giving is good, you see B is a more trustworthy person, you see that this B has made good relationship with you, now you like B, you want to speak with B, now you want to work with B, now you want to pay to B because you like him. B has created a rapport with you, whoever you have decided to work with, that particular person has built a rapport. Now how to build a rapport? There are a couple of things, right? Number one thing you do is you become master of your industry. You have good knowledge about your domain, you know what are you talking about, you are not just saying some bookish knowledge, you are not saying some only the figures, you know what are you talking, you know your competitor prices, you know the products your competitor is sharing, you know what is customer requirement, you know what are the challenge your customer may face after buying that particular product, and you are sharing the information at the initial stage. And you know the details, you know your product very deeply, and so this is about your product. Now second thing is you are likable, you smile, right? You have good communication skill. When I say communication skill, it's not about talking, it's about listening, right? You listen to customer, you ask quality questions. When I say quality questions, that means you are not just talking about how is your family, how many people are your family. You're not here to make friends, but you are here to ask insightful questions, those questions that will give you better understanding about them, better understanding about their requirement, better understanding about their budget, better understanding about their time to buy, better understanding to learn who is a decision maker in the family. So when you ask these insightful questions and when you have good knowledge about your product, you can build a good rapport. And being a sales professional, this is something I've learned very deeply, how to build a rapport with the client, how to build rapport with strangers, how to build rapport with somebody whom I've just met. And I think this is the essential life skill that everybody has to learn, be into selling or they are not into selling, right? So guys, we are down with 14 skills that I've shared with you so far. Are you learning something? Are you enjoying something? So if yes, please type in the chat. Please type in the chat, love it or useful. Please type in the chat, love it or useful. If you're learning something and if you find it useful, whatever I've shared with you so far. I've shared with you 14 skills that I've learned being into sales, and now I will share 6 more skills from sales that you need to learn and that I have learned from selling, or that sales will teach you. And believe me, if you can learn this skill, if you can practice this skill, this will change your life. This will change your life entirely. So guys, if you learn this thing, if you find it useful, please put in the chat useful, or please put in the chat love it if you really find it useful. Yeah, so let's move forward. Let's talk about the skill number 15, and let's say what it says. It says dealing with C-level executives. Man, this is not easy. All right, so when I say C-level executive, what do you mean? C-level executive means the people at position as chief, CFO, CEO, CTO, all the departmental heads, all the top leaders in the industry, all the decision makers, all the people in power. These are called C-level executives. And believe me, dealing with them is not easy because their challenges are different. The challenges of the user, of the technician in the company is different. The challenges of a manager is different. The challenges of our team leader is different. The challenge of C-level executives are different. But who is the decision maker, who has the money, who has the power? They are the C-level executives. And if you really want to charge money, if you really want to make some money, you got to learn how to deal with C-level executives. Now, how do you learn to C-level? How do you learn to do that? Number one thing, you should have a high self-image. So when I was starting, I had very poor self-image because I've gone through so many hard phases into my life. I've seen times where I did not have money, where I was, I did not have proper clothes, I did not have, meal for 3 times. I've faced those challenges in my life, and due to all these things, my self-image went very low. And when I started getting, interacting people with C-level, I was like, oh man, I'm just speaking with the very great person in the world, and I used to fumble, I used to forget things what I really want to share, and as a result, I lost the sale. Every time I did that, I lost the sale. But gradually I learned how to deal with them. So there are a couple of things. Number one, have a high self image. This is number one thing. Number two thing that you need to do is have good knowledge about the product. You got to learn how to build rapport. Number three, know their challenges. Everybody challenges different, right? You have to know their why. So you got to understand why they will spend 5 minutes with you. Their every second is crucial. Their every second is costly. You got to understand if they are spending 5 minutes with you, their time is very crucial, right? So you got to understand if you are dealing with C-level executives, what are they doing, what are their challenges, what they want from you. You come to the point very quickly. You cannot beat around the bush. You cannot take their time to set the stage. You got to jump on the topic very quickly, otherwise you will lose the discussion, right? And if you can do these things, you will in a better position, and you will learn how to deal with C-level executives. Now let's jump on the skill number 16, keeping the records. As a salesperson, you have to keep the records. You have to write things down. You have to maintain a diary or a CRM or anything, or an Excel sheet, that what are the activities you are doing, how many activities you are doing per month, per week, per day, which activity is performing, which activity is not performing. You got to see. And when you keep the records intact, then only you can take right decisions. Let's say, for example, you are doing cold calling, you are doing cold emailing, you are doing follow up, you are doing internet marketing, you are doing everything, and at the end of the month, no, you do not see which thing is giving me good results. So what will happen is you will keep putting efforts in each and every activity effortlessly. But on a second stage, on the second hand, if you spend some time and track, which, when I say tracking, so, and you can track which activity is performing. Let's say cold calling is giving me good results, internet marketing is giving me good results, but cold emailing is not. So now you got to see that where I need to put my money, where I need to put my time, where I need to put my energy, right? And these are essential skills that you really want to learn in selling, that you really want to implement in your sales. Next skill that you need to learn is intention to serve and help others. This is what I've learned in being into selling, being a sales professional. I've learned this skill, intention to serve and help others. See, when you are into sales, you have a clear intention that I need to make money, right? But you will see after some time you are not making money. Why? Because your intention is wrong. Your intention is inwards, it's not outwards. You are just thinking about yourself, and there's a law of universe, right? The law of universe says that universe has everything in abundance, and whatever you put into universe, they will give it to you in abundance, right? So when you put this selfishness to the universe, universe will give it back to you. When you add value to universe, when you add value to others people's life, universe will add value to your life. This is what I've learned, just 3-4 years back, and believe me, it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. As a salesperson, you really want to help people, you really want to serve people. Selling is a profession of helping. Selling is a profession of serving. Selling is a profession of adding life in people, adding value in people's life. Next thing, the next skill that I've learned in sales is networking. Contacting new people, meeting new people, interacting new people, sharing my contact with new people. Networking is must. Networking is must. See, you are not rich with you do not become rich with money. You become rich with contacts. People will make you rich. People will make money for you. People will bring money for you. It's not money. It's people. You got to understand the power of networking. You don't know that who no any person may become your partner, and any person may become your biggest client. You don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah. So networking has power. As a salesperson, as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, you got to understand the importance of networking. I have learned this skill. I went to events. I went to different forums. I used to network, and it helped me. I've got so many new clients just because of networking. Networking is a skill. You got to learn how to do networking, and on the top of that, you got to understand. On the top of that, you got to learn how to monetize your networking, right? Number 20. The last skill that I want to share with you is constant learning and self development. It's not about just doing. Have a pause and invest some time in learning new skills and self development. Read some books. Study says that only 2% salespeople read one book a year. Only 2% salespeople read one book a year. 98% of salespeople in this world do not read a single book. See, when you read book, when you watch videos, when you do some self development courses, you become a new person. Your aura goes up. You learn new things. You have new dimension of life. You have new eye in your head. You can see new dimension. You can see one wall behind what is there, right? So you need to learn that the importance of self development and constant learning is very high, and you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest time, money, and energy in learning and implementing new things, right? So guys, this is it from my side, and wow, amazing. It's been 1 hour, and I was not expecting this session would be a 1 hour long session. I was expecting that it would be somewhere around 25-30 minute session. It is a 1 hour session. I love it, and I love interacting with you. I love meeting you. I love talking with you people. You have been a wonderful audience so far, and thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching this video till the end. And just at the last, I want you to answer this. Did you learn something? Did you learn something that would help you in your life? Can you put in the chat? Can you put this into the chat if you really learned something new today? If you learned something, please put in the chat, learn, or love it, or useful, whatever comes to your mind, or wow, or aha moment. Please put in the chat whatever you have learned today in this video, in this live. Guys, I'm putting so much effort just because of you. I want to change your life. I want to add value your life. If 2 or 3 people can learn something from this video, my job is done. My job is done in this universe. If you learned something, if you can implement these things in your life, and if it can help you in any way. Yeah, so let's take a leave today, and I take your leave, and bye bye. We will meet very soon next Saturday, same time, 4 p.m. We will have another live with a new topic, and I will meet you. I will share new learnings with you, and till then, bye bye. Stay safe, stay at home.